completed, and hopefully you have as well, both insides. They look a bit confusing because they're on top of each other. Let's just lift this one off. So we've got that one done with all the detail on the inside, and we've also got that one now done with all the detail on the inside. Right then, let's now move on to the next section. Right, the next section is we're going to join the two halves of the bridges together. Now to do this we use our second piece of wood, which was the piece that was 120 by 30, and we balance that on two chairs with about 4 centimetres on each side. It will become fairly obvious why, because we now have to build the bridge upside down. So take the first section, I'm trying to do this one-handed, which isn't easy, right, and place him upside down on a piece of wood. Then we go around to the other side and we do exactly the same. And put them so they overlap each other. And then very carefully move them apart, and like a jigsaw they will drop into each other. I'll try and do this one-handed. So starting one end, tightish fit all the way along. There we go. Right, that's joined that. There may be a slight bow, but we'll sort that out when we start to put the structure in underneath. So sort of line it up in the middle of the workbench. Make sure it's pushed down tight and firm. Right, and we will now move on to the next job, which is joining permanently the two halves together. What to add is, before we lay it on the table, is to put some cling film on, because we're going to be doing some gluing and we don't really want to glue it to the table. So that's better. So that's back on the table, firmly pushed down with some cling film underneath now. So our next task is to go along, as we did before with these joints here, just need to run a bit of super glue, push down at the same time, just so it does a capillary action in, and then as you do 3 or 4 joints, give it a wipe over with a tissue, because we don't want anything proud sticking up, because there's going to be a 20 by 20 metal extrusion that runs right down the middle here. So go along 3 or 4 at a time, super glue, use the runny stuff, wipe it, move along, and so on. I'm just going to go and do that. When you come back, you'll see that we've gone all the way along. I'll just show you the first few, and then you can copy. Right, we're ready to start. As before, a couple of tins of beans may be handy just to hold it pushed down firmly. Right, so taking a finger out of the way. So I'll just do a first couple so you can see what we're doing, and you can repeat the process. So a bit of runny super glue just into the joint. Hasn't got to be too much, just so it runs down. Sort of 2 at a time is probably adequate. And then with a tissue, just wipe off the excess. And just make sure it is flat. It's important that this area is flat, as I said before. So that looks good. We can now move our tins, and we can now move on to the next section and slowly work our way all the way along until we reach the end. So I'll go ahead and do that if you'd like to do the same, and then we'll move on to the next section. With a bit of 60 or 80 sandpaper like that, it's just where are we? There we are. Just gently rub over the area we glued, just to make sure there's no tight spots there. A quick brush off with the dust. It's MDF, so maybe you should use a vacuum when you're doing this, just to keep the dust out of your lungs. Health and safety, etc. Okay, so that's that bit. So we've now glued the two halves together. So now we have to add all the reinforcement pieces underneath, which is the next section.